for me, I gave birth to when I gave birth, it was war, but as a young age, it was not easy pregnancy, But I gave birth to normal delivery, and my son was fine, I was fine. So when my son was a year and 4 months, before then my son was already walking, talking, and doing everything at his age that he's supposed to do. So at a year and 4 months, one day my pastor called me and said that they want to buy my child, that you have seen the vision, that my child is not going to, if I didn't do the prayer and the sacrifice, me and my husband, that the boy is not going to last that month, that they have seen him spiritually. So that was how me and my husband, we believed him, and we took the boy to church. Everything that he asked us to buy, we bought everything, and we took my child to church. We took a healthy child. On the 28th of December that year, we took a very healthy child to church. A child that was walking. I carried my child in my hand like Esepumianaka. I don't know how they would say that in English. He was walking, I carried him in my hand. And when we entered church, when we got to church that day, the pastor asked us to remove my son's clothes. The same way he came to this life, that we should remove the clothes. We removed all his clothes, including his pampers. And during when the prayer was going on, he was praying and praying and praying, and he turned my son's head upside down. Like he turned his head upside down, all in the name of praying, and my son started having convulsion. When my son was having convulsion, this pastor was shouting, the prayer is working, that he's losing chain, he's losing chain. Till it was one woman that was staying at the back. The woman now shouted that this boy is having seizure. The woman now dragged my son from the pastor's hand, and we tried calming the seizure, but the seizure did not calm. We took my son to a nearby hospital there. When we got there, they gave him injection. The seizure calmed down. They now transfer us to FMC. Now so we should start going to FMC. When we got to FMC now ran some tests, and I find out that because of the way the pastor turned my son's head upside down, that water and blood have entered his brain, that my son have had a brain damage, that his brain is totally damaged. So they said my son lost his sight, he lost his hearing, he lost everything that made him a human being. The walking that he was walking, he lost everything that made him a human being. He was just like, the only thing that we used to know that he was alive is that he was breathing. Then, thank God I wasn't the only one that went to the church. I went there with my husband, so it's not like it was me, and it was not even my church, it was his church. So when we got there that day, after the prayer, my husband called the pastor that, they say my son have a totally brain damage. He lost his sight, everything. The pastor was like, that woman that dragged my sons from his hand, we should go and hold that woman responsible. That it was that woman's fault. That he knows, that he knows the battle he was fighting, that he knows the battle he was fighting before the woman dragged my son from his hand. Throughout, we spent almost 2 months in the hospital. He only came once, and that once he came, he gave us 50,000 naira, and he never came again. And that was how. Sorry, baby. So that was how. Sorry for that. So that was how. when we were discharged, we got discharged and we got home. After 2 months, my husband left and said he was not marrying again. Mama. Sorry, sir, please. My daughter is crying. After 2 months, my husband left and said he cannot take care of me and my child. He left us. He left, and it was just me and my son. At my young age, because even when he left fire, I didn't have a choice again. I have to go home to go stay with my family. When I got to my family members, they said I should go and return the boy back to his father's house. But me, I just told them I can't. This boy needs my help. How can I just carry him and go and dump him there? These people that already abandoned him. They were like I want to suffer. That's how old. Then I was just 20. That how old am I that I want to start suffering with this my young age? That I should go and drop that, see another man to marry me. But I refuse. So my family was actually planning of taking my son from me. Then I went to, I'm from Imo State. I went to Imo State with my son. They were planning of taking my son from me, and when I find out, I have to run. I have to take my son, and I ran back to Lagos. But I didn't know anyone in Lagos then, because it was, and where are you? I was like, we are not told him that anyway, and we are still in Lagos. See where we are, so place. This is where we are. He now said he wants to come and see us. I said no problem. I gave him address. He came to where I was with my son. The day he came there, he actually was crying when he saw where I was living with his son. I told him I've stayed here for 2 years and this is where me and this boy have been staying. And he was like, he's sorry that he had to put us through all these things, that I should look for an apartment that he will pay. Because of what I've gone through and everything, I started looking for an apartment. I got one. I told him he came and paid for the apartment, and me and my son we left that place. So when we were staying there, he was always coming. He was sorry. I should forgive him and everything. We should come back as husband and wife and everything. And because then I've not returned my bride price to him and everything. So my people I was telling me to forgive him since he came back, since he only came back, he's only sincere that since he's sorry, I should forgive him. So I later forgave him, and we started living together for some time. We started living together again till I was pregnant of my daughter. I was pregnant again. I was pregnant, and when my pregnancy was about 2 months, that was when he left and said the girl, I think the ex-girlfriend came back or something. He said he was getting married to the girl and he left. He left me with pregnancy and a special need child. My son was 5 years then. And if I gave birth to a baby boy, that's if my daughter is a boy. So ever since then, I don't even care about him anymore. I started my life with my kids. I live my life like, thank God, God has been faithful to me and the children. At least we are not hungry anymore like before. So that's it. And right now I have 3 children with me. I have 2 special needs children with me. So 3 months ago I was on my way going out. I went to go and get some things for my son. When I was in the bus, when I saw a little baby, a boy on the streets, and I came down from the bus and I asked people who the boy is. They said the boy had been there since 4 days, that he was abandoned by his family. That the boy is a special needs child as well, that he was abandoned. So I said, okay, let me take him to police station. They said police people have already come. The police people came and carried the boy and returned him back. So I carried the boy and I took him to police station. Police people told me that there is nothing they can do, that I should take the boy back to the place that I saw him if I don't want to carry him. So all my intention was just, okay, since the boy was very sick when I saw him. All my intention was, okay, let me just carry the boy to police station. Since they reject us, okay, let me take him to orphanage. I went to about 4 orphanage that day. I didn't get any good response, so I took him to, and the boy started getting treatment. He started getting treatment, and after he was in the hospital for like a week, and were discharged, and I brought him to my house. Ever since then, I've been looking for orphanage home. I've gone to Alausa, I've gone to our local government. Nobody came to claim the boy, and the boy have been with me ever since 3 months now. So that's what makes it like I have 2 special needs children. So and I named him Miracle. So the boy have been with me since then.